What's up? In today's video, I'm gonna try to make a Roblox game in only 1 hour. First thing we need to do is get an idea before we start the timer. Now time is 10:59, so we have 1 minute before we need to start this. So we need to quickly find a simple game that we can make. Alright, it is officially 11 o'clock, and I think the game I'm going to try to remake is Clicker Mining Simulator. I only have 1 hour to remake this, so it's not going to be as good as this, but we're going to see what we can do. I'm creating a base plate. So the first thing we need to do is actually see what we need to remake. So I got the game open here so we can actually figure out what we're going to remake in order. Alright, so we have pet system, and then we have some sand that we can break, a chest. I mean, everyone knows how to play this game basically, but we basically just need some sand that you can break, that you get points, and then you end up earning money, and then you can break them even faster. So the first thing we need to do is actually get the sand or the dirt, whatever you want to call it. So we can just create some sand here. Make a little cube. Now I haven't actually done a generation like this, but I remember like 2 years ago I watched a Unity tutorial for it in C#, so I should be able to do it in here too. Alright, we have a very basic script here now that is basically just going to loop through the Y for the up and down, and then it's going to do the left and right X and then back and forth Z. So we need to create the dirt here, or sand. And then the position of the sand is going to be based off the Y, X, and Z. So it's going to be vector 3, and then it's X, Y, and Z. Let's see if this spawns any sand. The position is not going to be correct, but we'll just see what happens. Alright, as we can see, it did something, but we forgot to anchor it all. Also, should probably put this into sand color. Alright, as you can see here, we got this little pile of sand, but the position is all messed up. And since it is blocks of 5, there it's 5 by 5 by 5. Should be fine if we multiply it all by 5. As you can see here, it worked. The only thing is on the Y position, it has a little space, so we need to actually remove that. You saw whenever we first placed it, the Y was 2.5. So if we just minus it, and just like that, we actually have the sand already generating. So now we just have to make it bigger and then actually be able to break it. Alright, to break it, I'm just going to give it a number value. Or sorry, I'm going to give it an end value. We're just going to call it health. And each block's going to start off with 10 HP. Alright, before I make the actual breaking function, I want to see if they have a server side or client side with breaking blocks. Players in a game, we want to detect whenever they actually touch the sand. So we can do... Alright, so we can see here on Roblox's documentation how their actual button down works. So we can use this to actually detect when the player clicks. So we need to give our player a tool, so we can just go down here. I don't think I've actually ever made a tool, so this will be interesting to see. Alright, so you can see we actually have this tool now. It is a little sideways, so we can go ahead and fix that. Alright, and just like that, after longer than I'd like to admit, we now have an actual pickaxe, if you will. So now all we need to do is we need to detect when the player clicks the sand, and then actually take some health from it. So Roblox actually gives us this basic code on their documentation, so we can actually just go ahead and use this instead of having to actually come up with it on our own. The only thing is their tool is it's a little different than ours. So instead of creating one, we're just going to clone ours from the replicated storage. Alright, now we can see if their basic code works before we try to modify it. Alright, since our time is ticking out a little fast, I'm actually just not going to worry about the actual tool for now. We will do this a little later, hopefully. But for now, I just want to get the actual digging part because that's a little bit more important. Alright, so now if we load in, we should be able to actually get the part that we click. There you go. Now we're actually printing sand. Because all the sand has a value of health, we should be able to read it if it's sand and check for health. So now if we load in and we print, there we go, prints out 10 because that's the health. So now we can actually go to the server script of the spawning sand, and we can make a new function. First, we need to make the remote event, get its storage. We can make a folder. And then we can just simply remove the sand once it's been fully destroyed. So here we would set the value, minus it by 1 because that's just how much we're going to break. And then we can print out the health, the sand.health. And then we can send the sand. Alright, now so we go in here, we click it 10 times. You can actually see it's not taking away more than 1. And just like that, we managed to destroy the player instead of the sand. I'm not sure how that's even possible. Just realized our mistake. It actually sends the player, and then we need to send the sand. We were making the player argument just called sand and destroying it. So now if we go in here, click it 10 times, it'll destroy the sand. Just like that, we can actually just now mine. The sand takes a little long, so we're gonna go ahead and lower the health real quick. And now I'm gonna build just a very basic map, so that way we can actually start doing more stuff. So if we look at the game real quick, go to the surface here. We have portals, a shop, and the actual sand. So we can just go ahead and like make something very basic but similar to this. All right, now we have this very basic map. I mean, it is quite literally the worst it could possibly look. Don't even worry about that. We just want to raise this up and make an actual little place to mine. All right, that should do it for now. So if you look at this map, we have the mines and teleports over here. So we'll go ahead and throw the little mining area here. It does have like a little fence around it, so we go ahead and do that. All right, now that we have this little fence area here, we go ahead and make a part. All right, and then just like that, we have the actual area here. So we can go ahead and create walls. All right, now we just have to put the actual dirt that we created before just in this hole. All right, let's see what happens now. That was a little off. As you can see, just like that, we just have it fully filled now. We can pull out the tool and dig, or I guess not. Had to redo the map a little bit there because I messed up at Union and I do not know how to remove stuff correctly, and I forgot to anchor. All right, now to make an actual leader stats, we need to save this. All right, now we have a very basic leader stats leaderboard, so you can actually see how much cash you have and how much you've mined so far. There we go. I don't know the other game what exactly they have. Just rebirth and power, so pretty much same stuff. Now what we want to do is whenever it gets destroyed, we just want to add to the leader stats. Actually create a new value under here too, under the sand. We're gonna call it the worth. So now whenever you mine it, you should get whatever the value it is worth equal to. But now we just need like a little shop. For the shop, I think we could just do UI. We could do something like what they have over here. Like to sell just automatically sells. We could also do that. So all we'd have to do is just make a little circle over here. All right, now whenever this is touched, we can actually take their money. So let's just step on this. She's 0, but if we go over here, oh, gotta change this. We didn't do value on that. Let's also anchor this. There is no current data stores, so you will just immediately lose it the second you leave, but it's whatever. Also on here, on the actual worth, whenever we send it off, the worth is going to be equal to 5 on there. Go ahead and mine one. So we have 5, now we have 10, go over here. All right, now we convert that to gold. I say we just do a 1-to-1. So whenever the player steps on this, you get their mined value. We just add that to their player stats. All right, just like that, it should take away their mines and add it to their gold. I think it's just because instead of just doing the actual value, I just did the variable. So let's just do the value there. All right, we're gonna be under the assumption that that works. So now we just need an actual shop for them to just buy their stuff from. So we're just gonna do UI for this one. We only have 10 more minutes, so we gotta do this very quickly. Doing this is it's just gonna buy the upgrade and then you'll get more in a second. All right, looks good for now. All right, let's hope this works. All right, just like that, we can actually open the shop now. All right, now we need a new remote or manage. Now if you load into the game here, it's 11:59. We need to quickly check if there's any errors. Over here, we have nothing. We mine, we get some gold. So we have 10, we can go over here, convert it to gold, then not add to our gold. It is officially 12. I'm going to give myself like 1 minute to fix this final error and then we're done. But in the current state, this is the actual current state of the game. All right, we load in, we can break the sand here and we can get more mines. We go over here to the cell, we can get rid of the mines and we can also buy upgrades once we reach 10. I'm going to spend like 30 seconds fixing this last bug though, so it's actually playable. This is the final game. Let's see what it says though. This is the final game. Let's see how it turns out. Spawn in here. Tool does not work. I really wanted to make it work, but we didn't. You don't have to actually have the tool equipped. We just mine some sand. Once it's all mined, so we got 5 of it. Let's try to get to 10. You see, you get 1 per. We go over to the cell area. Went from 10 mines to 10 gold instead, and we go to shop. Click upgrade. Number 1 turns into 3. So now whenever we go over here instead of 1, we're gonna get 3. It is hard coded. I didn't actually make it scale. It also doesn't take away my gold, so we can't just technically infinite buy this. I go over here. You see, get way more mine a second. I'm gonna publish this game, but I want to just take away the leader stat real quick. All right, just like that actually takes it away. So that is the final game. That is 1 hour. You can see the build, not the best. If you guys want me to remake this game or remake a different game in an hour or 24 hours, go with a builder, make sure to tell me below because I have someone who could help out. That's pretty much it. we'll see you on the next one.